Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Talks. And this is episode 223. So we're really excited of what's coming up and what's the latest news. So if you're watching us from YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter or now from Instagram, do give us a thumbs up and do share that video so that we can get the most important spread so that people can follow. So with that, Tay will not be joining us for this whole month, unfortunately. So I will be alone with you, sharing the live stream, sharing what's the latest stories. And with that, let's start a little bit as usual with the world of crypto and the world of what's happening. For first and foremost, don't forget that as usual, the amount of fraud is rising. So be careful of how you are able to transact or how you are doing transactions, how you are protecting your wallets, was it physical or digital wallets, or your soft wallets. Make sure not to have all of your investment into exchanges because, as you know, not your keys, not your wallet. Indeed. So, with that, let's move on quickly to the second part of our news and try to understand what is going on and what's the lineup. So, here we go. Our first lineup, as usual, is the world of um, Bitfinex. Bitfinex launches its first volatility-based Bitcoin and Ethereum futures. So we're seeing something new today, something that we didn't have before, and this is something where we can start, seeing interesting product and interesting financial products, I would say, especially from Bitfinex. They have launched the first ever volatile-based Bitcoin and Ethereum futures contract. Of course, this is a big deal because it allows investors to speculate on the price fluctuations. Most importantly, as we see today, we are running on 66,000 as we speak. And the last couple of days it was down, and then we were all-time high above 70,000. So they can play on those fluctuations of those cryptocurrency rather than the price itself. Could be a new way for traders to hedge their position or profit from market swings. Of course, this is a new product. We have to see the licensing, where and who and what. This is not licensed by any, I would say, security exchange or any global security exchange, not the US, of course. So we have to see how will this be treated in the world of legitimacy and legal world. But I think this could be a nice way for investors to kind of play in the futures of those kinds. So we wait and we see, and with that we'll move to our second news. With our second news, it's about Binance. uh, Unfortunately, Binance have been having a rough ride, especially in the US. So we have to really try to see what's happening in that space and what's status. It has detained a lot of execs, which also face now more charges in Nigeria. So not just the US. Now we're seeing a new place where it is facing charges. So according to Cointelegraph, Binance and its detained executives are facing those additional charges. We don't know all of the details at this moment, but this could be a significant development for the exchange operating in the region, especially in Africa and especially in Nigeria, knowing the market of Nigeria is so big and it has a lot of important funds or funding for crypto, or it's a big economy. It's a $400 billion economy, so it's a massive economy where it can, try to affect the global market and especially affect Binance in this space. So stay tuned with us for further update to see how will this story unfold and what's the latest and what's gonna be happening in this space because it is super volatile. And with that, we'll move to our third news, which is another news today with Bitcoin is back to 66, or actually back down to 66. As why should it go down? Why should it go up? We're all playing on those speculations. What's happening in the world of cryptocurrencies, especially on the Bitcoin? Well, the Bitcoin price as of today is 66,000, around 66,000. This came down after a recent surge that rocked above the 70,000 mark, and which we're all happy about. And then we're away, from the halving few days. I'm trying to get how many days we still have. 17 more days for the halving. So we're around the corner with the halving. But in that sense, there is also treasury yields that has been increased. So as far as American investors, that possibly could have been one of the reasons why there's not much of injection or injecting fresh fiat currencies into the exchanges to buy or maybe to invest in spot ETFs or other ways, because those treasury yields are more of secured, I would say. To a certain point, nothing is secure anymore. Learning from the Lebanese example of central banks, how things works, I don't trust anyone in terms of even the central bank or any government, because if that fails, and we see the way the Americans or the US is printing a lot of money, we see the Canadian economy, for example, is suffering a lot from inflation, super high inflation, where its people really cannot much afford buying houses, buying living or whatever. So it's really important to remember one aspect again, that cryptocurrencies are super volatile. So if you wanna invest wisely, and we see temporary dips or potential shifts in the market as we don't know. And that's the thing about cryptocurrencies, and specifically more about Bitcoin. So with that news, we will move to the next one, which is the central bank group, which starts tokenization project to enhance monetary system. And yes, we are seeing more and more functionalities or study papers and implementations of MVPs. And this time it's coming as of our final story, which is somehow positive of the future of those, how they can use the Bitcoin, the future blockchain technologies. Personally, I'm one of the people who is against CBDCs in terms of CBDCs and how it could affect our lives. But again, this is where the group has reportedly started that project to explore tokenization as a way to enhance monetary systems. And this global group of central banks is working on how to improve existing financial systems with this new project, especially that it's coming from the Bank International Settlements, BIS, which they announced on Wednesday. And to remind you that BIS represents 63% of the world banking. So it's a big chunk of the world decision makers, especially with this. So how will this project, what are the issuance of the national digital currencies, the improvement of the market efficiencies, what technology, how it can empower crypto? This could be a major implication for how we use and manage our currencies in the future. Let's wait and see. Of course, this is a time. It's not just a volatile time, not just waiting for the halving. how the network will evolve, but of course, how the future financial systems is actually evolving. And now we're seeing some rumors there. There's a global decision to start closing branches globally, which is already happening for the last decade. But now we're seeing it more because the utilization of physical branches, they will not go away, but they will be less and less because everything today will be empowered on our mobile phones or on any future technology that could deal with this. It's something definitely to keep an eye on. I hope we won't become like a movie called Time. So let's see and try to learn from what we have today, but enhance the way how the world moves. Last week we highlighted about Swift moving into the CBDC, which is trying to grab this market also because of the network that they have, the connections that they have. It could be a possible faster way or solutions. Let's see with this banking group, how will it be folding also on creation of those digital currencies? So here we are as we move to the last part. Don't forget that do your own research before making any investment. Let me know what you think in the stories or the comments or questions on our WhatsApp group. Don't forget to join, share this, and enjoy this video with your colleagues. Do forward it. The more you forward, the more subscribe, the more you like, the more you support us. So with that, we'll end today's episode. If there's no one or any question, I will be ending it. I would like to say thank you a lot for being with us on this Swift episode. And I think moving forward, we will be going more and more in this kind of formats. Yeah, and this is Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Delivery guys are making $20 an hour. Well, that's the global inflation of how things works and how things are, super crazy to try to understand how the global economy is actually folding. So with that, I'll see you in Dubai soon and have a good one. We'll see you next week.